Now, in this case, we will look at a scenario where people are sitting in the same row, but they are facing different direction. The best example is a Kho match. For example, you have people sitting in a Kho match. Some people are facing this side, some people are facing the opposite side. So they are facing in the same direction. They are sitting in the same row, but they are facing different direction. So let's look at this example and see how to solve these problems. The key idea is I need to consider two set of directions. One for people facing a particular direction and another set for people facing the other direction. Okay, so let's erase this part. Okay, this says 7 people P, Q, R, S, T, U, V sit on a bench, not necessarily in the same order. Some of them are facing north and some of them are facing south. The following information is known about them. Okay, so you have 7 people, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Some of them are facing north, some of them are facing south. Okay. Now, I'll assume for people who are facing north, regular left and right holds. So this is left, this is right. And for people who are facing south, opposite is left and right. So this becomes right, this becomes left. Okay, let's see. Preetham sits 2 places away from Kadir, who is exactly in the middle of the row. Now this is the good information to start with. Kadir is exactly in the middle of the row. So irrespective of whether he is facing north or south, I know his position. So Kadir is in 4th. But Preetham is 2 places away. So Preetham can be in 2nd or Preetham can be in 6th. I don't know that for sure. Okay, let's go to the next statement. Only one person sits to the left of Ritesh, who faces north. Okay, so Ritesh is facing north and there is only one person on his left. So Ritesh has to come in position 2 because that's the only place where there will be only one person. Left is this side for north facing people. So this will be Ritesh. So this cannot be Preetham. So this has to be Preetham. Okay, and he is facing north. So I know Ritesh is facing north. Okay, that's a good part. That's a good start. So I have used up all this information. I used up all this. Okay, now the next thing that we need to look at is make sure that we link whatever information that we have. So if we have any information about Kadir, Preetham or Ritesh, we should have a look out for these people. Okay. The next one says Sumit sits to the immediate left of Preetham but is not adjacent to Kadir. Okay, so we have Preetham here. We already know Preetham is in 6. Okay, now if Preetham faces north, immediate left will be this. This will be Sumit. Okay, and if Preetham faces south, immediate left will be here. But if Preetham is made to face north, Sumit will sit in position 5. Now this is not possible because Sumit does not sit next to Kadir. So I know Sumit sits in position 7 and I also know Preetham has to face south. Preetham has to face south. Okay, let's proceed. I have used up this and so. Okay. Kadir and Victor are neighbors and both of them face the same direction. Now Victor can come in 3 or 5. I don't know which direction they are facing also. So let's move this to later. Neighbors of Ritesh face south. Okay, neighbors of Ritesh face south. Now I cannot say Victor is here and make Kadir also sit south. If Victor comes in position 5, then there is a possibility that Kadir and Victor face north also. So I still have to work with this. Tyson sits second to the left of Umesh. So wherever is Umesh, assuming left, this is Tyson. I don't know which direction is left for Umesh, but I know Umesh left of Umesh, 2 places is Tyson. Now let's try to fit. If I fit Umesh here, in 5, okay, Tyson will have to come in 3. That's the only place left, which is a gap of 1 person. Okay, but then there is no place for Victor to sit. I cannot take care of this criteria. So Umesh cannot sit in 5. If I make Umesh sit in 3, left will be this side for Umesh because he is facing south. Whoever sits in 3 faces south. So if Umesh comes here, left will be Tyson. Okay, again 3 and 5 is gone. So Umesh cannot sit in 5, Umesh cannot sit in 3, Umesh has to sit in 1. Now if Umesh sits in 1, Tyson has to sit in 3 because it says 2 places to the left. Okay, so this is a good thing. Now which means Victor has to sit here, Victor has to sit here. Okay, so I've used up this, and I know Kadir and Victor face the same direction. Okay, I've used up this. Now the last statement says neighbors of Preetham do not face the same direction as Preetham. Preetham is facing south, so neighbors of Preetham have to face north. Because Victor is facing north, Kadir also has to face north. Now I have all the information about everyone. I know which direction each of them is facing. I also know where they are seated. I should be able to answer all these questions. Okay, who is seated third to the left of Kadir? Kadir is in position 4. He is facing north. Third to the left, 1, 2, 3. This should be Umesh. Okay, how many people are there between Preetham and Ritesh? Preetham and Ritesh, there are 3 people. And who is to the immediate left of Victor? Victor is in position 5. Immediate left is Kadir. Okay. So this basically tells us about how to go about solving scenarios where people are facing 2 different directions but they are seated in a same row. These are slightly tougher than ones where you have 2 rows given, but but I would suggest if you draw a rough diagram and mark the directions. This is the most important part. If you mark the diagrams, the questions should be reasonably solvable.